that's right. We are back to talk Below Deck Med. Yes, unfortunately, it's still Below Deck Med. I know you missed us because we missed you, Peanut Galley. I am your captain, one of your hosts, Sasha. You know, I am the person who can't stop telling people that they like each other. And the person that gets it the most, my co host, someone who's always hungry, someone who needs time to digest his food. But listen, most of all, the winner of the Traders RHAP, everyone's king, Chappell is here, baby.
Thank you, Sasha, for having me. Yeah, I got a lot of food in me today. I feel better. I've digested. I've taken a nap.
You eat it blindfolded.
Right. Well, okay. Okay, so I don't want to skip our
Sorry.
intro, but
You're
I thought
so
that was
much.
so cool. But I thought that was so cool. I want to eat blindfolded
Oh,
food.
it's a thing. Anyway, we can talk about it later.
Yeah, Sasha, we just have too many dietary restrictions. You know, you and I both, we got to kind of watch what people feed us,
I'm
you know?
foolish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me in
But
Japan just eating chips.
yes, but yes, we're back. We're back here for Below Deck Med. It's been a hiatus. We have ended the old year. We're into the new year, and I'm pretty sure we're almost done with this season because
I think
this feels like it's been forever.
2 to 3 episodes left.
Dear God, it's been like a year of my life.
Yeah. I mean, it's 14 weeks.
Yeah, and we
That's
skipped what,
nuts.
3?
And we skipped
Yeah.
2 weeks. Yeah. Oh, and 3 technically. Yeah, on and off because of our travels. So the point is, we missed you all. Yes, Big T says missed us both. Well, we missed you all. Okay, and sorry we started late, but y'all know us.
You know the game.
We give big Max energy.
Yes, Max. I felt Max so much in my soul this time. I was like, I hear him, I see him, everything that he's saying. I'm sorry, no notes. He's right. I do think he should have apologized, but we'll get into that later on. But here on the Below Deck Med RHAPup, we just gotta have our rest. We gotta do things when we can do them, so that we don't get sick, we don't get tired, we don't get exhausted, and we bring you good quality content. So we're back now.
Listen, we're not Laura, is the point. Okay.
That part. Yeah.
But yes, so the point is also Below Deck proper is coming. And are we covering it? Question mark. We'll see. But the thing is, if I did my math correct, we are at, I believe, 210 reviews.
Yes. Wait, is it time for another costume party?
I think so. Well, we said costume party for 250.
Okay, so 250. So y'all still got more energy. So we might not get one here for Below Deck Med, but if we do Below Deck proper and we get to 250, we got to figure out a theme because we did the toga. Now, what was it, the ABC party? Is that what we're doing next?
Yeah, ABC or a PJ party. Nothing from this Below Deck has like made me excited.
Yeah, no inspiration here. No. I do like the blindfolded food, but that's not. But
we can't do a podcast.
Yeah, no, not
Imagine this podcast blindfolded. Can't look at notes. Can't look at chat.
Just vibes. Yeah.
Just vibes. Y'all, you don't want that. Just kidding. But anyway, I think because we had said 200 reviews for Below Deck proper. So I believe we're there. So shout out to all of you. Also, do we want merch, y'all? Let us know.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, that would be nice. You know,
Imagine
I don't know what it
Big
would
Deck
say.
Energy.
Yes, with the anchor on it.
Yeah,
I can do that. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we gotta talk to Rob, send out an email or something like that. See if Derek can't, draw us up something, because I wear a big Deck Energy.
That is so funny. Imagine, oh my God.
Yeah, or a hat with an anchor on it. I got so many ideas now. You're right, Sasha. This is what we should be thinking of.
So I think we had said 250 for a PJ party, for whatever, not a PJ party. That's just what my notes say. 250 for maybe a theme party, and or merch. Let's figure this out. Would y'all buy the merch? Please let us know in the YouTube comments, because if you're listening to us on the Bravo TV RHAPups feed, we do go live on YouTube every Wednesday around 12:15 Pacific time, which is where I am, but also 3 p.m.-ish Eastern. Listen, Chappell and I hadn't talked since our traders conversation.
Yes, we're the most dominant alliance in the traders RHAP history. Yes, we came on here. Yes, thank you, Matt Force. Everyone's worried about the Survivor Alliance and the traders when they really should have been worried about the Below Deck Alliance, because we read it.
Never have I ever not made it to top 3.
I can't relate.
Oh my God. I love this. Okay. Shout out to all of us. Shout out to all of you because we're back. Okay. I think we can now get into it, but just let us know if you would buy the merch. We'll make it because why not? Okay. Why not? So, with that, Chappelle, are you ready to get into it?
I am. We haven't talked about these people in so long, so
I know.
I'm kind of
I
up for it. I'm
forgot
excited.
I forgot Lily's name. Can I just be honest? What is wrong
You,
with me?
you know, Lily hasn't been here that long, so I don't really fault you too much, but I will give her some credit. Best Lily episode of the season.
Yeah,
Easily.
100%.
Yeah.
I think this is like Lily's. If you're into the Survivor RHAP, which is our parent network, but RHAP on Survivor does a fishy, which is like the
Mhm.
number one person. Lily gets the fishy. So
Yes.
I don't know
Should we
what.
have
Yeah, the
should we have a
anchor.
fishy?
No, the
Yeah, we
anchor
should.
is Kyle.
Yeah, the anchor is Kyle. We should have a fishy for the below deck. We
Yeah.
should give out an MVP award to our best below deck
Yes.
person every episode. Let's start that in below deck proper. How about that?
Yeah. Just let us know what we should call it. Peanut Gallery,
Mhm.
please. Is it the Captain Lee Award?
The
Who's
Captain
our
Lee
Lee?
award. Yeah, a Captain Lee of the episode. I don't know. We'll come
Yes.
up with something. That's good.
Mhm.
Okay, let me think about that.
Yeah, I'm not good at coming up with names for things, as y'all know. So anyway, and maybe we'll have Rob on for Below Deck proper, at least the premiere. Let's bully
Yeah.
him.
Some people are saying the fishy, Rusty in the chat saying a fishy. Like, well, technically, we already used the
Oh,
fishy,
you're
but
right.
it would
That's
fit here. Yeah, it would still fit here. Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and
Okay.
Matt said so it's the opposite of Captain Jason's helmet. Yes.
Basically, yeah, basically, and we can even give out Captain Jason helmet as
Yeah, that's
well.
fine
So
too.
we can do
Yeah,
a
not the
MVP and
anchor,
an
but
LVP.
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
I
Let's
love
work
it.
on this.
Yes, Fishy could be double for Shady.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are so funny. Yes, Zen said the opposite of the Dolores Award. I can't. Let's move on. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I will go on record to say I wasn't so excited. I was just excited to come to talk to you, Chappelle, about it and with our chat and our listeners. But lackluster episode, number one. And secondly, I just felt like, can we end it already?
It does feel like we've been doing this for a long time, Sasha. So I get it. It feels like, okay, how much more below deck could you possibly be showing us here in the Mediterranean? And about that episode being kind of lackluster, it felt like a building episode. Like the next episode is where a lot of the chickens are going to come to roost, if you will, because we have like Max talking about how tired he is, but he's getting rest, and people like
Laura.
Lyra are getting
Yes.
sick and they're not resting. So it's like, oh yeah, we've been talking about it throughout the season where people are getting sick. Haley's still sick. Kyle is still sick. And so I feel like that Max storyline sets us up for now what's about to happen, which is Laura getting sent home for having the flu. Then you have other building parts where we talked about kind of like the buildup with Luca and Katie, and even some text messages to Natalia that none of it really came to fruition here. But in the next episode, hopefully we get kind of a resolution to some of that. So I'm thinking that this was just one of those peace movers, just kind of like get us through this one, get us out of that charter and into what is probably going to be like the final push to the end of the season. Because you say it's what, 3 more episodes left?
I'm not sure. I just feel like next episode can't be the last one, right? Like I feel like that's for sure. But do we go to 17 or do we
Oh,
go to like 16 plus a reunion? I
that's
don't
a
care for a reunion for these people.
I mean, that's a good question though. Yeah, 15. I don't think, yeah, we don't have a lot of loose ends that aren't tied up where we would need a reunion. Like, when we did the reunions in the past seasons,
Yeah,
it was like, oh, we can't wait till y'all watch it so we can know what y'all think about it now that
exactly.
you've seen it. But really, I mean, the Natalia drama has been so long ago that it doesn't even feel like it's that important.
Her and Kyle are cool again, by the way. So does it really
Yeah.
matter? No. I feel like they've been so on social media that we kind of know where everyone stands.
Yeah, I think the only question mark is Jess and Luca, maybe?
I think Luca has someone else. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I believe
I
someone said that on Watch What Happens Live. I did
well,
not watch this one. Sorry, y'all. I just couldn't. I was
mhm.
so bored.
Yeah, so I guess if we ever want to know how Jess feels about this whole Luca situation in the real time, we'll need a reunion. But aside
Yeah.
from that, I think it's pretty tame. This is pretty tame for Below Deck Med right about now.
Yeah. I think it's time to go bye-bye, but it's not happening yet. So it's okay. Let's get into it, y'all. Enough of the negativity. So we start where we left off. You need to apologize. All right, Chappelle. That's it. You need to apologize because Max is mad that there is a vegetarian pasta. Turns out he's a vegetarian. That's what I'm getting from all of this.
I'm not getting that. I don't know what's happening with Max. It's like he's saying I don't like pasta.
Yeah,
You know?
because it takes a lot of time to digest, which is listen, if someone cares about fitness and stuff like that, I do get it,
Mhm.
unfortunately. And with that, Captain Sandy is now pushing back, and she's just like, "What the heck? You can't speak to me that way." What'd you think about all of this?
Well, it feels like there might be a bit of a language barrier going on because Max says, "There's no food for me." And I think what he means is like, I don't want that food. Like, there's no food for me.
Right.
Like that, there is food in there, but it ain't for me. You
For
know what I'm saying?
me.
Like,
Yes.
right. He's not saying there's no food available to me. He's saying the food that's in there, I'm not interested in it. But what Sandy heard is there's no food. So she, of course, her natural reaction is, let me ask Jack why there's no food. And then it's like, you lie. You lied and said there is no food at all. And so Sandy goes to him and is like, hey, you said there's no food and you need to apologize. He's like, no, I'm not apologizing because there's no food for me. She's like, well, why? And so they finally talk it out. And it does seem like, one, he's hangry. You know, he's hungry and
Yeah.
angry at the time. He's
Me.
annoyed. Yeah, me too. I felt him in that one. But also they're like, Sandy, yeah, the guy can't, he doesn't like it, the food. If you have food available and he doesn't like it, there is no food for him. You know, like Sasha keeps kosher. I got a shellfish allergy. If you got oysters in there, I can't eat them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
And that's the thing, but I think the difference is that we would, I think, be like, "There's no food for me. I'm irritated, but I'm gonna figure it out for myself."
yeah. And he was just kind of like complaining. And
Yes.
and then honestly, it got back to her because he complained to Lara, and Lara went and complained to Sandy. He's like, had she not run the telephone back up the pole,
Mhm.
then maybe it wouldn't have got to Sandy and it had got here. So I know that Max he had a bad attitude, and I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but I do see his line of thinking. If I'm that hungry and you're yelling at me because I won't eat a food that I don't even like, it's like, yeah, this is not what I signed up for. I would like to sleep decent hours. I would like to
Yes.
eat and be well nourished so I could do my job. So I kind of get him.
Yeah, I just think there's a way, and the other piece I also wanted to, highlight was if y'all saw, when the whole Captain Sandy, Luca and Katie sitting in a tree moment was happening in the galley, uh, or in the crew mess, sorry. Captain Sandy goes, "What is that?" And it was like a fish pie. That did
Yeah.
not look great, y'all.
Yeah. And she said it was either Irish or English, like,
Yeah.
right. And I've never
Again,
heard
those people not known for great food.
that
Definitely not
part.
British people. Sorry, y'all.
Definitely not the British people. I just Googled it. Irish fish pie with chunks of fish and creamy sauce topped with mashed potatoes and baked until golden.
I mean,
There's
mashed
no,
potatoes, I love mashed potatoes, but
I
no,
do.
God.
I love fish and I love mashed potatoes, but
Oh,
I
God.
don't think I've ever allowed those two things to touch. And to be baked into a pie with a creamy sauce on top of it, I would be like Captain Sandy. I'm sorry, there's no food for me. This-
Yeah. No, and that's me. Like, and I have said that to be like, there's because a lot of times, especially when I lived in Oklahoma, it's all me, everything, and no one even thinks about anyone else. So I've always been like, no, there's no food for me, so I'll figure this out myself.
Mhm.
But Rusty says, give him a PB&J. Honestly, that's probably what I would have eaten because there was no
Yeah,
PB.
yeah. I yeah, I would just have to find a snack or something like that. But I would have been irritable. Don't make no mistake. When I
Yes.
can't eat, I become a different human, like I just do. So like I said,
Me
I'm not
too.
making
Me too.
excuses for him. I'm just saying that I cannot be a hypocrite about the situation. I too would have been a little sassy in that moment.
Yeah, and Thundercats is right where it says, yeah, seems like lost in translation. It could be. I think people are also just annoyed by him. And when there is someone that you really are irritated by, I believe that it truly doesn't matter what they say, it's gonna piss you off.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you dislike somebody, there's nothing that person can do to make you laugh. There's nothing, if somebody's under your skin, you just like, bro, eat the food. What do you mean there's no food for
Hmm.
you? What are you talking about? We gave you food. Like you always complaining, you always whining. It's a lot of Max from the older episodes, those early
Yes.
days of Max. Because this was the first time in a while where I felt like, oh, Max, you might get fired again.
Yeah.
Like
I
in the
was
beginning
low
of the
key
season.
ready. I thought it would happen, Chappelle.
Yeah, in the beginning of the season, I felt like it was very like it could very much happen. It's a realistic possibility, and then he
Mhm.
got things together. But now I'm looking again, I'm thinking, okay, you keep opting out of some of this work, and I don't know if Mac's gonna make it to the end of this charter or
Oh.
season.
Yeah, but turns out we only have one more charter left, so, like, let's see. Anyway, it goes on a little bit more with Max because later on in the charter, we do get a Luca versus Max kinda situation, right? So, number 1, Luca, they're taking the guest to the castle, and Max needs to go take a nap. F everyone else, right? And it
Mhm,
just seemed like, okay, cool. Seem Laura's gonna do it. Laura looks tired, right? Bold
mhm.
italics underline, tired. And with that, Max comes back up after everything is over, and Luca goes, "Yeah, we just gave up on you." Can you
Yeah.
imagine your boss saying that to you?
Like, we're just tired of waiting on you. You always complaining. And we finally said, just F it. We'll just do it without you. And so Max is kind of like, well, why'd you do that? All you had to do was wait a few minutes. And I'm thinking, well, Max, you do be whining a lot, bro. It's easier to just do it without you. The issue I think that I'm having with all this situation is that I feel like, in a way, Max is correct. He's doing whatever he wants to do. But at the
Yes.
same time, he's preserving his energy in a way that a lot of these people are not. Like, you cannot let your employer work you to the bone because you will pass out, as
And
we see with 3 different people on the show.
we are big components of stop working crazy. Only give your 80%. No, and again, I'm not saying it's a bad like, don't ever be a shit worker. The point is,
Right,
and Rusty says this too, Max admits to doing only what he must. And guess what? They're not gonna fire him.
right, and he's not going to end up with the flu and passing out on the boat. Like, Kyle can barely walk half the time because he's spending so much of his energy in all the drama, and also being good at his job as well. We see Laura being good at her job, to her detriment. Haley, we've
Yes.
never heard a complaint about Haley. She been out for 2 days. I don't think it's a coincidence that all these people are getting sick, and maybe it's the scheduling. Maybe Luca's to blame. Maybe he's the one
Yeah.
who's not divvying out the work in a way that people can do it without overexerting themselves. Because Luca said, "I've been up since 6 a.m." Max, I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for you. I'm thinking, you should not have been up for since 6 a.m. at this job. It's been a
What
damn 12
math
hour
are y'all
shift.
doing that this is
Yeah.
happening? It's just and again, Haley is gone, right? We didn't say that at the start of this episode, but they're already down a person. And I think sometimes managers that are good at stepping up, and I can say this because I think I've been in this situation as a manager where I'm good at assessing what's going on, and I'll just kind of sometimes step in and do the work. And even when I wasn't a manager, so I think that when those people become managers, you kind of expect that of other people. And I don't think it works like that. And Thundercat says, right, people will treat you the way you allow them to. Max slacks because they let them. I
Mhm.
think that's true. And it's if we're gonna drag Toomey for being not a great manager, I think this is where Laura and Laura and uh Mac
Luca.
no Luca, oh my god, have to have that conversation with themselves.
Yeah, there's a moment where Luca does talk to Max, and it's just kind of like he's just kind of more complaining about Max and
Yes.
actually sitting him down and saying these things are unacceptable and you need to do them or else. But he's just like, I mean, you just do what you want to do, and like, you leave us hanging, and some of us have to work, and you just can't pick and choose when you do everything. It's like, yes, Luca, but look at that man in the eye and say, and if you do not do what I asked you to do, we will send you home. The
Correct.
other issue here is that they're short staffed, so they really can't afford to send him home. I mean, Haley's already gone. Lily is holding down the fort on the interior. We
Mhm.
can't lose anybody right now. So Max got a little wiggle room to act up a bit. And yeah, I think that they're gonna have to figure out a way to navigate things when they're short staffed, because it allows people like Max to just do what they want.
Yeah, agreed. I'm with you. So it's just overall really frustrating, and I don't understand why we're here. Like,
Hmm.
what the hell? So the whole that because now we also have some drama with the guests. So should we get into that? Um,
Sure.
we immediately get the guests, and the way they're introduced is Kyle and the guests are just sitting around talking shit, y'all. What?
Yeah. Yeah, they've been waiting on Kyle to get there. You know, that was the thing. Kyle is this guest, this particular guest. These are Kyle's people. He's the guy. He's the guest whisperer this time. You know, like if Kyle comes back, they're gonna kick it because they've met Kyle before. You know, last time he was there, Kyle showed them a good time, and so now they're like, oh, thank God you're back, Kyle. But
Mhm.
man, can I just tell you, Jack is in there effing up, and I'm like, dang, y'all have to throw that man on
That's
the bus like that.
true.
They're like, the food was bloody. I was like, okay, I remember those steak orders, and they were not as concise and like clear as y'all are making it sound. Y'all wanted a lot of stuff going on, rare but not bloody, with medium rare tendencies. You know, just pick a steak, man. Kyle, like they tried to tell y'all how this was going to go down, and now y'all are complaining to Kyle. But Kyle, you know, like I said, this is kind of his wheelhouse, and he's like, I'll handle
Mhm.
it. You know.
And I think that he was pretty professional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where I think he was able to just say, I have never heard folks talk about it, but I'll still, talk to the chef.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the chat is talking about the tip. Just
We'll
you
get there.
wait.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll get there.
starring all your messages. Don't you just wait. So then, of course, Kyle reports back to Toomey, and then dun 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 says, I need to lie down. I don't feel good. And he actually tells the guest that too. He's like, I need to sit down. I'm not feeling
Yeah.
well.
He's been going through. I feel for Kyle because there have been moments in the season where we're like, is he being dramatic? Right? Is he being
Oh,
extra?
okay.
You know, and now
Yeah.
it's like, okay, he's obviously feeling not well, but you telling the guest that, then if the guests don't feel well, then Kyle, are you passing this thing around? Like, what is happening? So I was very concerned. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go. And so Kyle spends the next day just out of commission, uh
Hmm.
pretty much, and leaving Toomey and Lily to do all the work on the interior.
That is wild to me,
Right.
y'all. I don't understand how this happened. And again, this is where I did see online, and I think I have to agree that Captain Sandy was just kind of not letting it happen, but it still felt a little bit like, so we're just okay with checking on Kyle and that's it. Like, you tell me
Mhm.
when you want to come back. What?
Yeah. It's like he went to the hospital, came back and said, I was exhausted. And then he's like, I'm
Yep.
still exhausted. But it's like, okay, at some point, somebody got to work. And it does feel like Captain Sandy is not very hands-on at all. Like she doesn't have a real a finger on the pulse of what's going on in the charters at all
Interior.
this
Yeah.
entire the
Mhm.
entire season though. You know, like when Toomey and Natalia were at it, Sandy was the last one to find out. We'll talk about what Jess and Luca are going through and how Sandy's pretty much the last one to find out.
Mhm.
Kyle's basically just laying down on the job. Max is laying down on the job. Sandy, I need you to do something. I know you're, making sure the boat doesn't crash, but I mean, at some point, there's a personnel issue here. And there's the more every time y'all lose somebody, you can't just tell them, okay, figure it out, bye, and walk off. You know,
Yep.
it does feel like she's very much a little hands off with the management style, where I think that at this point, with three people down, you kind of have to be a lot more hands on.
And I think this is also another like thing that came up, right? We Below Deck fans have been dragging Captain Sandy for so long that I also wonder, is that why she was, she's like so hands off now?
Oh, okay. Because I'm sitting here like, do I gotta drag this lady for being so hands off? But apparently, she
Can't
used to be
win.
all up in the mess, and now people are like, all right, Sandy, sit down somewhere. And so she is, but at the same time, I'm
Hmm.
like, y'all are down three people. Sandy, no disrespect, but get in that interior and help out, you know?
They won't. They won't. Ugh. Anyway, again, she used to do that though. I will say she was very so. I think course correction happened, but too much the other way.
Hmm.
So, and then the next thing, we do go to the castle with the guests, right? Let's just wrap up the guest storyline. Max is, of course, going nowhere, like we said, and it looks beautiful. It's nice. Lily and Laura killed it. So this is
Hmm.
Lily's like arc, she's going up, up, up. Her stock is rising.
Hmm.
Lily has the laundry room doing well, and now she's a great bartender or a great server rather, with Laura's spicy margs.
Hmm.
And then we get the dinner in the dark.
This was cool. Have you done this before?
No, but I just because like I have so many food restrictions, this is a wasted experience on me because I couldn't eat probably anything, and I'm picky eater. But I think it was really cool. I think Toomey did a great job in kind of leading it all to say, this is here, now do that. But I will say the fish was weird to like give them a fork and
Oh,
some and
it
a
was
like curry thing
it was
or
like
sauce,
salmon and
sorry.
saffron sauce or something like that, and they couldn't pick it up, because the fish is obviously falling off of the fork, and
Yep.
then yeah, so they had a tough time eating it. A spoon probably would have helped, but yeah, this seemed like a cool experience. I've never seen anybody do this before. I didn't know this was a thing. I'm like Sandy, like should I start doing this? It's kind of cool. But again, like
Just Andy wanted for that, or
I don't know what Sandy wanted. She wanted them blindfolds though. She was taking them home.
Mhm.
But as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I have dietary restrictions. I can't eat shellfish. Can't. Yeah, a lot of things will hurt me, and so I gotta kind of be like vigilant when it comes to what I'm eating. And so, yeah, if you blindfold me and feed me shellfish, you have to take me to the hospital right after. So,
Or maybe just the Benadryl by yourself at CVS.
right. Oh my God. Yeah,
Mm.
3 Benadryls,
But,
3 of them.
speaking of someone following you, Ty's in the chat. We love you, Ty.
Mhm.
Oh, look at Chappelle. He
Yeah,
can't.
embarrassed. I was very happy to see him. Yeah, no,
Yes.
Ty had seen my food allergies in action, and yeah, it happens. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Has
bl-
anyone in the chat done this? Let us know. Because I just feel like it's so cool. But knowing me, I'm a very clumsy human. I feel like I might break my teeth because I'm thinking this is like, a thing that I need to put a lot of force on, and it's like
you
a
bite into
chocolate
the fork.
mousse.
Yeah. No, for me, it's just I love food, and so I would love to think if can I figure out how this tastes? What food is this? What, is this a ribeye? Like that kind of thing excites me.
One of
But
those people was killing it.
he hit ribeye the nail on the head with that. And I was thinking, can I identify ribeye just from flavor? And
Do
I
you
and
watch
I don't know
Hell's
if I could.
Kitchen?
Yeah, that challenge that they always
Yeah.
do. You have to do the taste
That's what
test.
I was thinking of.
Yeah, I see. I think I would be good at something like that, but I've never done this before. And put it on the to-do list. Next time we do some excursions, Sasha, we gotta do this.
Yeah, and the thing is, if we are on Below Deck, we're asking for kosher because it doesn't take anything away from you because you're
Mhm.
still eating the meat. So I can finally eat the meat.
Yes,
So
exactly.
we're just gonna do the kosher meat. So that this way it can be an all meat tasting meal.
There you go.
I love it. Okay. And the guests were very happy. They were excited. Was there any other highlights for you from this?
No, it just felt like they finally got their foot off of Jack's neck.
Yeah,
It was like, okay, Jack finally did a thing that will help them forget
for
about the gay
real.
breakfast that they had the day before. They said it was giving hotel.
They still dragged him again.
They had to let them know in public, in front of everybody, that they weren't happy with that. But Sasha, this tip,
Not Luca's tip. We're not talking about that.
yeah, no, not that, not that. This 32 was it? Yeah, was it 32?
32,000. Oh yes.
$32,000.
The biggest tip of the season.
$32,000. I was like, this is crazy. Because there's what, like 8 people?
Yeah. Well, it could be more because I think they share it with the engineers and all those
Yeah.
da, da, da.
But still, that's a lot of money for what they did. And they were working hard. So I'm happy that they got
Yes.
it. Do you think, because Maximus' mom, a couple other people,
Oh,
Zen Ritter,
everyone.
everyone
Let's
is in the
do
chat
this.
like,
Zen
so
said, I'm shocked they cut Kyle on that tip.
does Kyle deserve any of the tips, Sasha?
Oh my, oh yeah, and Thundercats is biggest in Below Deck history. I didn't realize it was biggest in history. But my God, can I be controversial? I
Do
didn't
it.
think he deserved it.
I mean,
I don't
he
know if
didn't
that's
do
controversial, actually.
I
Coldest take.
I'm about to say, yeah, I think people kind of agree with you on that way. And you know what's funny? When we watched the episode, I didn't even think about it. It never even occurred to me that Kyle
Yeah,
was
me
about to get
either. Me
paid.
either.
Yeah. I was like, oh, they're giving it. And now that everybody's pointing out, I'm like, oh, he didn't do anything
No, he was asleep.
the whole time. If when he was there, he was asleep.
And
Like
you
this,
wouldn't give Haley the tip. So why is Kyle getting it? Was he there, Matt? You know what? It could be proportional, right? You were there for one morning, basically. I believe. I don't think he was there longer than that.
that's
You get
crazy.
$10.
Like, I'm not gonna hate on that man because I mean his money is his money, but at the same time, if like you gotta split that. The way Toomey and Lily worked their ass off on these episodes,
Mm-hmm.
I think they deserve whatever Kyle was gonna get. I think you have to
Yeah.
just split it in half and give it to both of them because I mean Lily had to do so much more. I mean, the woman couldn't even do laundry 2 episodes ago. And now she's killing it. She's doing games and stuff like
Yep.
that with the guests. She's getting the laundry done. There was no complaints about Lily at all. Toomey is managing this with 2 people, managing this whole interior. And these, we
And
know these
too, like,
guests,
kinda green it like, Lily, I mean, is not even green, like, we need a new color for how
right.
inexperienced she is, and then Jess is not a leader.
Right, exactly. So it's like, just put Jess up, give Jess, Toomey, and Lily the money, divide it up in 3. I said half, but yeah, divide it up in 3 and give it to the 3 of them. Because they did so much work. And just,
Yes.
Kyle, I know them your homies, but let them pay you under the table, because there's just no way you deserved any of that money.
Yeah, and Big T does talk about Danny, where Below Deck Med season 1 didn't take the tip when he was sick. We have seen versions of this where folks are like, "Hey, I want to split my tip, or I want to give mine," or they'll say like, "Everything's on me for our night out because I
Mhm.
didn't really, help y'all." So we've seen different versions of that, but yeah, I just feel like Toomey finally did a good job, and she deserves her flowers for it. And she noted that, hey, I as a manager need to learn to not give up on Lily, even though she did call her a little brain. That wasn't nice
Mhm.
to me. Don't do that, because she
Yeah.
killed it.
Toomey's still learning. Like, they're all 3 of these people are green. I think Jess is probably the
Yes.
most seasoned in her position,
Correct, correct. That's not saying much,
but
but yes.
that's not saying much. And so they're all learning here. But I agree with Zendita in the chat. Kyle got to at least buy them dinner and rounds. I'm not paying for anything
Yeah.
tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that would, that I think that's fair, because it would have at least lessened the blow on having to pay now out of your pocket for all of this. So all of that to say, they're off the boat, and now they go out. Going out, I felt like was kind of boring too.
I thought it was an interesting choice for them to go out, because again, these people are exhausted. And I was very proud of Max to be like, I'm not going. I'm gonna
That's
walk around the boat
yes.
in my robe because I'm tired. Had Max gone out with them, I'd be like, Max, I thought you were so exhausted and you hadn't eaten and all this other stuff. But it does fit the narrative that he's pushing, which is, we are tired. We should not work like
Mhm.
this and then party and work like this again. And so he opts out. Lara has no choice, but Lara has no choice. I'm sorry, not to opt out, because she can barely move. And then everybody else is going out to drink and stuff like that. And you're right, it was very tame, because I was full on expecting the Jess and Luca stuff to be a topic. And Luca, say what you want about him, he's
Mhm.
good at damage control. He kept all of that at bay.
Oh, 1000%. Like, that's a hit for real, right?
He
Like,
did it. I'm
my
telling you,
god.
no notes. No
No
notes.
notes,
Yes.
but, Thundercats is this is how I feel too, where, oh my god, when Kyle was like, "The pain is gone," you mean the charter guests are practically gone, you feel so much better. He's been chilling for 5 days. Yeah, because how did he wake up for the tip meeting and to go out? That
Oh,
was
and
so
without
shady.
having the time of his life, he had gotten 5 days of rest, and it showed. He's twerking and drinking
And
and
he
all kinds of
caused
stuff.
drama, he was not fighting with anyone, because why? He got some sleep. He's
He got some
fine.
rest. He's good. He's like, I'm back at it like it's crack.
Man was twerking and wilding for the rest of his life.
Hmm. Yes, but yeah, very tame. I think at best we get Lily coming back home drunk, like, Max, wake up, be with me,
And
and
I
Max is like,
said, "Not again."
yeah, first of all, I think she climbs into that bed in her street clothes. Ma'am,
You know
you
I'll
see,
fight someone.
Max said, "You smell like cigarettes and alcohol. Get out of my bed." I was
45
thinking,
degrees, turn that
like,
way.
"Get out of my face." I was like, "Oh, well."
That's me. That is so me.
I mean, Lily was feeling herself. Again, Lily, no notes. You did a great
No,
job.
Lily, great episode. Number 1.
Yeah, great episode. But also, Max, that killed me. She goes and climbs it. She was looking for him. She climbs in the bed, and he's just like, "You gotta go. You could. This is not
See,
okay. You
this
have
is
to get
my
out."
worst nightmare.
Oh, the rejection.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
Like,
go away.
I would act like Max didn't exist.
The next day, like,
Like, he would
what?
evaporate. Like how he went with Thanos to snap.
You're
He
like,
never came back.
that
Like,
could
that's
be
what would
me.
happen. Can't be on TV. People are gonna
Never.
see. You will never get this kiss again, baby. Oh no. No, 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 Oh my gosh. But Lily's a queen. Good for you for, going back. And now,
Mhm.
it's time. It's the only reason we're here.
Yeah.
Whew, it is time. Let's talk about Luca and Jess and Captain Sandy. Because this is after the Max situation. Luca is looking like the Cheshire cat texting somebody, right? And he's like, can't stop smiling. So Sandy's like, what's going on? Why are you so
Yeah.
smiling?
Sasha, you related to Captain Sandy?
How dare you? Ah! I'm related to Aisha.
There's a big Sasha energy here. Like, what's going on here? What y'all talking about? What's this? Let me see the phone. Y'all like each other? So you like her? I was dying. I said, I can't wait to talk about this with Sasha because she better not say nothing. This is her energy for sure.
See, Sandy's better than me because I would just grab the phone.
The phone?
That's my problem.
Let me see it. Let me text her. What you want me to say? I got it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd be like, you're doing this wrong.
Give me this phone. Yeah. And he's like, no, we're just
Where's
friends. And
Chappelle?
Sasha's like, oh yeah. I'm gonna say, Sasha, I've seen you in action. Okay. So I know this is a thing. Y'all, I lived it. I'm telling y'all, I've seen it.
The problem is I'm dog with a bone. So if someone girl would be like, I'm single, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
How do I fix that?
Who can I put you with? Let me
You
see.
know who I know is single? This one right. So apologies to anyone I've done that to. I'm a dog with a bone. I love this stuff. I should have been a matchmaker. I think I would have killed it. But the problem is I would have been like, no, you have to do
Yeah. You have to go do this right now.
And yeah, so Sandy is giving big, messy energy. I don't know anyone like that. Sandy, fix
Mhm.
yourself. You shouldn't act this way. It's not right. People get sad. And then I just love that she just doesn't let it go because she's like, that's a crush. Because why are you smiling at someone? Turns out he's texting Katie Flood.
Yeah. So you don't think he's feeling Katie Flood?
I think Luca gives big you energy in
Oh, he's for
that.
everybody.
Yes. No, I think this is why like you're really good at this social strategy game. Like when you're talking to someone, right? Like it's very much tunnel vision. That
Yeah.
person has all your 10. That person's like, "Oh, it's me. I'm the chosen one." And then you'll be like, "Oh, he's doing that to 10 other people. Got it."
That's fair.
So
Yeah,
that's
well,
what I believe Luca's energy
Sandy,
is.
she had me believing that she was right. I was like, because I don't know Katie Flood. I never met her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, she's doing the Sasha thing. She's like, who you smiling at? Why you smiling so big? You must like her. And so Sandy like, it's all right, cool, no worries. It ain't gonna leave this room, no worries. And then the moment they get in front of everybody else, Sandy like, so he got a little girlfriend over there.
He literally said, "Why are you texting your girlfriend? Your
And,
girlfriend's in town."
and Jess is right there like, what?
If Jess could have like lasered him out of this world, right? Just like zoom, like that, it would have happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. This was bad because everyone in the room knows that Jess and Luca are a thing except Sandy. So she says it, and nobody else knows about Katie Flood either. So she says it, and they're like looking at her, what are you talking about? What do you mean?
Like,
And then
he's
they're looking
been
at Jess.
effing this girl
Right.
right here.
Like, why are you bringing up his girlfriend when she's sitting right here? Oh, you mean someone else? He's texting someone else. Sasha, all the while, he's still texting Natalia too.
That's what I'm saying. He is for everyone. And yeah, Thundercat says his confessionals was very sus because he says Katie is hooked up with his friend. Hey, guess what? We have heard that before. Remember Joao? And remember
yeah.
Sheffy?
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah,
Remember who was hooked up with friends before?
uh-huh.
And that was a best friend.
And poor Sheffy didn't have no loyalty at all to her friends. She's a hey Joelle.
Neither does Luca, from what it sounds like.
Yeah, for sure. And I do agree that it was sus because Luca sounds like he's like, yeah, we're just friends. We're just friendly. We're just,
Yeah,
I mean,
and it just doesn't make sense because he says he's into Jess and not into Katie. Like that's how he said it.
yeah. He's like, and then we know he's not looking for a girlfriend either. But it's like, does Jess know that he's not looking for a girlfriend?
Just
Because
stand up, girl.
yeah, I think he got it. I think
But
she's
I
down
think he's
bad.
really good
He
at
he
this.
Yeah, she has convinced herself now that like, you know what? Why am I mad about this? I should just be having fun. Like, yes, Jess, if you really believe that, then I would say yes, you're correct. But I don't think
Yeah.
you believe that. I think you're telling us that. You're trying to convince yourself that, but I think deep down you thought you and Luca was about to be booed up. And
One
now
million
you're
percent.
seeing that there's some tendencies there that don't really align with your idea that this might be your new boo thing.
Yep. And Matt Forrest also said, right, maybe production knew it was a boring week, so they told Sandy to bring up Luca and Katie in front of the crew. I can see that because there's been a lot of stuff actually coming out this week about how kind of sus production is. But again, if y'all follow reality TV, you know production is another cast member, right? Like it's
Mhm.
very obvious, but also the pay discrepancy stuff has come out. Where Chef Rachel talked about how Southern Charm Boys are making more money than Below Deck. I don't know if Ty's still here, but that's his friend. Just
Oh
kidding, they're
yeah.
not. Yeah, but he knows of them.
Mhm.
Um, and all these like South Carolina boys apparently are making more money than Below Deck people. That's nuts.
It is. It's weird. Maybe they were looking for a little drama to spice this up. I mean,
Yeah.
this has been a long, drawn out season, and with Natalia gone and Kyle down, there's really no mess. You know, there isn't any mess. Hell, even Jack said it. Jack was talking to Toomey. He's like, "Thank God something's happening here with this Jess and Luca thing because I'm getting bored." That's it.
Oh
That's
my
bad.
god. Chappelle, when Jack and Toomey were talking, that's how
That's
when
us.
we
That's us. Yeah.
oh my god, or me and Rob in the corner.
Or no, it's you and whoever you find because it's you
Okay.
and Ty. No, I have to tell
Oh
y'all this story.
no,
We're in
stop.
New York and Sasha's like, Chappelle, go flirt with somebody, do something. I'm bored. You know, it's
Yes,
like,
that's true. Yeah. Listen, if you ever see me yelling at Chappelle, it's never that we're in a fight. It's more that I am bored and I need him to do something to stop that boredom.
go do something. Go be messy. I'm like, God dang, Sasha, I just want to eat, just
We
want to
don't
eat and
even
take a
let him
nap.
sit with us, y'all. We'll be like, why are you sitting? You're being bored.
You're being bored. Get up and go talk to someone. Yeah, this very much
Oh
was
my
Sasha's
god.
energy, but I felt them. It was like he kind of was speaking for the audience. You know, it's kind of been kind of stale around here
Give
with
us
Kyle down.
something.
Give us something. And we got a little bit, but Jess is down bad. She like giving him the cold shoulder, kind of. But then the first time we see them together, they're kissing again. I was like, look at them. Look at Jess.
No,
Packed up.
she said, come on the radio. Come to the captain's office. Why? Why there? And then she just kisses him. She's like, "Oh, it's okay. I don't care." Da, da, da. You care.
You
When
care.
someone
You
says they don't care,
care.
the
You
first
care.
person to say they don't care is the
Cares the
person that
most.
cares the most. You fool.
Jess, we see you, girl. Stand up.
Oh my god. All you had to be like is give him the cold shoulder for one day. You go out at night and then just grab him and kiss him. That's how you show you don't care. Because then
She
you're
need that.
like,
She
I'm
folded in like
bored.
3 hours. Yeah.
And everyone else is making fun of her. Toomey's like, hey, go give this to your boyfriend.
Uh-huh. Picking
I'd have
on
been
her.
like,
Yeah.
I don't have a boyfriend, so I guess I don't have to give this to anyone. Bye.
She's new here. Jess is new here. We talked about this
Yeah,
before.
I
She is
know.
no match for the likes of Luca. He's a seasoned veteran in the game.
True. And then Captain
Yeah.
Sandy comes in. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Captain Sandy.
Hey man, did she lie? Did she lie? The
Oh my god.
game is the game, Sasha.
The thing is, y'all, it's like don't get caught up. You gotta be the one putting other people in blenders. But I have to say, like, Luca is so good at this.
Mm.
Like truly no note. And then he's texting me, Natalia, I miss your face. Natalia's texting me, oh, you in the bed with no pants on.
A generational talent. This man, like, I mean, I can't wait to retire his jersey. Put it up in the rafters of the
Yes.
boat. This man is doing things that we haven't seen on a Below Deck in a while, y'all.
And he's doing it flawlessly and without being problematic, Gary.
uh-huh. Yeah. There you go. Look at that. No notes. The reunion special, no one's yelling at Luca. He's gonna be fine.
No, because you're just gonna be like, shoot, I got.
And it happens. And that's what Jess has convinced herself. She's like, man, I'm in a blender and it's okay. I'm just having fun. It's like, you're not just having fun. Jess, stand up. You got to take control. You got to take control. You cannot let this
Thank
happen on
you.
his terms.
Never let a
Never.
man get you down, girls. Because it's easier. You just go out and you're hot. It's so easy.
She really didn't understand her power in that situation. Had she
Yeah.
just like stuck it out, got to the bar, started drinking, met some other boys. Oh, Luca's coming back. He's coming back.
Who else
Look.
he has? He still has to put his penis in something.
No comments.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Oh my god. Thundercats and Luca should own an F-boy charm school. Absolutely not. Thundercats, stop this.
No, we need Luca, do your thing. The property is right there. The IP is right there. F Boy Charm School. We cover it here on Below Deck on the
Oh my
podcast
god.
feed.
Yeah, I better get to cover any type of F-boy charm school. That's my life. But anyway, that's it. That's where we kind of end the episode. Is there anything else you have?
No, I mean, this episode for me was just like I said, it was just a mover. It just kind of put
Agreed.
people in places where, okay, the next couple episodes might be interesting. I'm really trying to figure out like what's going to happen with all these illnesses. Lara getting sick and getting the flu this close to the end of the show shouldn't be that big of a difficulty, but also they have one more charter left. And think about it, if it's Luca and just Max, because Haley's gone too. I don't know how they get through the next one,
And it seems like, just so folks know, in the next time on, Haley texts Captain Sandy saying, it's been rough. Rough few days. Can I call you? Lara is saying she has flu, like body chills. And Sandy's like, I'm going to leave. Bye.
Yeah. She's like, I got to get you off the boat before you get us all sick. And so I'm thinking, what is going to happen when you're down too? And you just got Max who like, I need to sleep, maybe he steps up to the plate like Lily did, but I mean, I think that's like wishful thinking for Max.
I agree with you, unfortunately. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad, y'all. But we'll get through it all somehow, some way. And Natalia is coming back.
She is. She never left, apparently. It looked like in the coming episode or whatever, when they were showing Jack, he was like, oh, Natalia, so you still around? That's cool. So just come on and visit. And so, she's probably looking for a reason to come visit anyway because of Luca. And maybe that is where we get this whole Luca, Jess, Natalia love triangle, because we do see Jess kiss someone else, right, in this season?
Yeah.
Who does she kiss Max? Yeah, so she kisses Max. And so, yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening. I could see Natalia coming back and being the catalyst for that. We'll see.
Yeah, I think so. So it has to kind of happen because next week would be episode 15. I mean, there was one season where we went to 22, but like I think we quit if it goes to 22 episodes. We will just take a break and come back for Below Deck proper, because there's no way I'm doing this anymore. This is ridiculous. But let's see. I think we have maybe there's a last charter. So maybe one or two more episodes, but fingers crossed. And Our Life also says Captain Sandy sharing with the crew about Luca's crush was clearly created by producers. It would be highly unprofessional for someone in Sandy's position to share something so personal. Yeah, but I'm with you. I believe that it was production created, but just the way we've seen a Captain Jason or Captain, not Carrie, who will be back soon, but the other one, not me forgetting. It's a short one. What's his name? Glenn.
I don't know.
My God.
Glenn.
Captain Glenn. I feel like those two for sure I could see, right? Like Glenn with Gary. He's gonna air Gary's ass out, no problem.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think professionalism went out the window a long time ago. Yes. When Captain Sandy walks into a room, says like, oh, he's got a crush. And then everybody in the room knows that he's also like messing around with another, like the two of the people in the room are sleeping together. Basically, while y'all are all living in the same quarters, like it stopped being professional when they started letting people like interact in that way. Like there should be probably some I don't know what those clauses are called where you can't like sleep with your coworkers and stuff like that. But it definitely should be some of those like like boundaries set because it does affect the work when it's bad, right? Like if Jess and Luca never
Yeah.
talk again, then it will affect the job. There's no way it doesn't because they all work in such close quarters. And so I think professionalism been gone. So I didn't think that was that big of a deal. But yeah, production clearly was like, why don't you go bring it up? It might be funny. And then
Mhm.
here we are.
Yeah. Matt says, I feel bad for Chappelle for getting kind of a flop season for his first foray. Listen, he watched Sailing Yacht.
Yeah, I
So,
watched Sailing Yacht and I watched Down Under.
oh,
This
Down
is my
Under, duh.
this is my third season. So
Not me
technically,
forgetting Down Under happened.
yeah, so
Wow,
technically
we've
this is
been
my
doing
first
this a
time
while.
in the med. Yeah, well, we got a good run going. So I no, don't worry, Matt. I'm gonna go back and watch some of the old seasons too.
Yeah.
It's just that I've been focusing on this one so much. It's so long. But yes,
Mhm.
I get it. But I've seen some stuff here on Below Deck, and I'm very interested. I ain't going nowhere.
Yes. Also, Thundercat asked, "Do we know anything about the upcoming Below Deck proper?" Allegedly. But we do know. I don't know that this is alleged, but Captain Carey from Below Deck Adventure, not the best season, is going to be taking Captain Lee's position, which is very
Oh.
unfortunate. And that is a big L that you don't L for Lee, that you don't get to see Captain Lee. So I do, yeah, think you should go back to see like at least one iconic Below Deck proper. Frasier is coming back as Chief Stew.
Mhm.
Wild. Looks like there's a new chef Anthony. He has the like Drake F boy beard. So let's see what that means. And then Ben like from last Below Deck, who had the showmans with Camille, will be coming back. And as a lead deckhand, not the bosun. Cat is gonna be new. That's a new stew. Someone named Barbie is coming back. And no, sorry, not coming back. She's been in the yachting industry for 6 years, been new to Below Deck, of course. And a lot of new people is the point.
Okay. Well, if there's a
Yeah,
lot
and
of
the
new people, I
bosun
won't
is
feel so
someone
bad.
named Jared, who's new.
Yeah.
So the point is the only people we know is Carrie, Frasier, and Ben.
Cool.
And
I
I
like when
wasn't a
there's new
super
people.
Ben fan. Yeah, me too. So let's see what happens. Yeah, and I do think the rocket ship episode itself is a classic. You should watch the Johnny Damon episode. I feel like just because that's a known name, acting a fool is funny.
Mhm.
So that's fun. Yeah, and like I said, there was a Watch What Happens Live. Yo, I just couldn't be bothered this time. I'm so sorry. But in the chat, folks did say that it wasn't. I didn't miss anything. So shout out
Mhm.
to that. But yeah, Thundercats, yes, said it was a good Watch What Happens Live. Oops. The real MVP was whoever types the captions for Max. They caught like 5 words to try to make a sentence, and they just put indescribable at the end.
Yes. Like, he's just mumbling. He's saying random French nonsense. Move on.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
What
watch
they
what
always
happens
put
live one
like
day.
global. What global language?
Yeah, global language. Like, what the hell does that mean? You know?
It's like, yeah, okay, y'all don't get it. But yeah, maybe I missed a good Watch What Happens Live. I don't know. But the thing is, like, this episode was so horrible that I can't. So with that, yes, a season with Rocky. Listen, I know you put the bat signal out and you're gonna get the good recommendations, Chappelle. But with that, I think that is it. Make sure you're leaving us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. It really helps us out. It'll help other people get access to us, and maybe someone new will listen. We don't know. And if you're listening to us here on YouTube, just make sure you hit that like button, give us some comments, help us, positive comments, please.
Please.
Help us out. And with that, Chappelle, I think it's time to end the podcast. So where can the people find you? You having a big week.
Yeah, at Chappelle's _show on Twitter. I'll tweet out all the links. But Mari, Latanya, and I just talked about the color purple the original Color Purple movie in preparation to talk about the Color Purple, the musical that's out in theaters now. So if you want to check that out, check us out on the Post Show Recaps YouTube page or on the Connect on Post Show Recaps, wherever you get your podcast. And then, finishing up suitspodcast.com currently. Our final episode will be this Friday. And so that's a big moment because Rob and I have been talking about Suits daily for over 135 days. And so check that out. It's been a wild ride. Also, on Nothing But Netflix, we were joined by Sarah Carradine and Mari Forth to talk about the Society of the Snow, the tale of the rugby team that crashed into that mountain and was left off in the Andes for like 47 days or something like that.
Good
No,
Lord.
72 days. Yeah, they started eating each other. It was crazy. And we talked about it on Nothing But Netflix, right? And then I talked about Hell Camp, the Netflix show about the teens that go to the bad like boot camp or whatever, the camp to go scare them
Yeah.
straight
Mhm.
in the 90s. Yeah, it was crazy. I talked about that on Crime Scene, so check that out on the Crime Scene podcast with Mari and Sarah Carradine. And then of course follow me on Twitter.
Perfect. And as for me, as always, in addition to Below Deck, I'm talking pop culture, celebrity gossip. If you're confused about the Selena, Taylor Swift, Kylie Jenner drama at the Golden Globes, guess what? The Mess Magnets got you. Check us out on the Mess feed. And Echo. Oh my gosh. Echo on
Echo.
Disney Plus is out. Amazing show. I've only seen 2 episodes, but like maybe not necessarily amazing superhero, but listen, it's set in Oklahoma. They got Oklahoma football shirts on. The thing is, great show for me. Jason and I will be talking about it. Episodes will be coming out this week on the Everything is Super feed on Post Show Recaps. And for everything else I'm doing, just follow me on Twitter at funsize_04. Thank you everyone for listening. Bye.